I'm responsible for killing my brother. At least that's a thought that came through my mind after my first time babysitting him. And it was also the first night that I understood how important it was to listen to my mother and the directions that she gave me. So to take you back to the start, little 7th grade Bailey, just, becoming a man, hitting puberty. I'm getting all these new responsibilities. I'm taking out the dog, mowing the lawn, doing the dishes, really, adult stuff. And my mom's telling me, hey, I have one big responsibility for you that's come up. And I ask her what it is, and she says, you're going to watch one of your younger siblings. I have 3 younger ones, so it's a wild card. They all have different personalities. Don't know who I'm going to get. And she says, hey, why don't you watch Gavin first? He's pretty calm. And I'm thinking, that's not going to be that hard. I mean, what? It's just like a little human, He's like 5 years old. They can't do much, right? I mean, what? Not much they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking that while she was telling this laundry list of things I need to remember. And she was telling me I really need to listen to her. She's telling me all these rules and directions, but I was still just thinking in my mind how amazing this is going to be and how I'll probably get paid for doing this, like a whole $10 or something a day like that. And so fast forward to about a week later when she's about to run some errands, and she says, hey, why don't you watch Gavin? Hey, this is your big shot. Just remember what I told you, and also remember, don't let him use the scissors. So I say, all right, sweet, see ya. I'm just thinking, all right, sweet, I get to use my iPad. I'm just gonna sit down here and just do nothing for about 3 hours. Well, she leaves. I go on my iPad. Gavin's just sitting there. We're having fun without our, our slave master cracking the whip on us. And so we're sitting there. My brother comes up to me. And he says, hey. He's like, hey, he has this cute little speech impediment that he has. He's like, hey, can I do some arts and crafts? And I'm like, yeah, sure, that seems great. That means I don't have to really, entertain him. Less effort for me. So he goes and he does that. And I'm like, wait, you don't have to use scissors, right? And he's like, oh, no, I need the scissors. And I think to myself, the kind of scissors that we have, they're ones that jam very easily. You need full man strength to just grab onto both these and close them and open them. For some reason, my stupid little 7th grade mind was like, oh, whatever, he'll be fine. And I made the very regretful decision to just let him go on with arts and crafts. So he went on and did that. I go back to my iPad. I'm on there for about another 45 minutes when I hear a voice still over and says, Bailey. I'm like, Gavin, hold on. I'm in the middle of a game of Risk, okay? I got kind of an important country to conquer, and this is really important, bigger stuff. And he's like, Bailey. He keeps on saying my name. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I look over to my right to see his hands cupped, face pale, hands filled to the brim with blood. And as immediately as I see that, my face goes pale, my stomach turns, I grab him, and we start running to the bathroom. There's blood, it starts splashing, I don't know what's going on, I'm freaking out, I don't know what happened. We go to the bathroom, we dump it. The blood hits the sink, splatters against the walls, he's in shock, he's like, I don't know what happened, I'm looking for a lost finger. So I kind of look in the hallway to see if there's something on the ground, and I don't know what's going on. And it gets better, because he gets violently ill at the sight of blood. I mean paper cut, and this is more than a paper cut. And so he starts throwing up in the toilet. He's throwing up. His hands are in the sink. There's blood everywhere, vomit everywhere. I'm sitting there. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to ask him, get information out of him about what the heck happened. When it couldn't get better, my sweet, sweet grandmother decides to make surprise visit to our house. She opens up the door, walks in. She's like, hey. And I'm like, help me! I'm screaming from the bathroom. She comes in, and she walks in on the Quentin Tarantino movie going, this is a bloodbath. And she's a registered nurse, so even though, I've been on the scene a little bit, I let her take over that case. And I'm like, all right, you deal with that. I'm out here. I'm gone. I'm trying to kind of grip my mind around what the heck happened. So I kind of follow the blood trail, to where I was and then back to where he was. And I see those scissors. And those scissors had blood all over them. Because he had cut along these 3 fingers on his left hand and hit veins in each of them. And blood just continued to pour, and pour. And even though I knew, like, okay, it was just his fingers, I still thought he was gonna die. I mean, I didn't know. I was so freaked out. And I sat down on the couch and I'm like, how did this start? How did this get to here? What happened? And I started realizing that all of this could have been avoided if I would have just like remembered the goals my mom had for me. If I would have paid attention instead of being a hormonal little 7th grader. If I would have just, been receptive to what she had to say, and actually valued some of the advice that she had for me. And listening to what your mom says to you may just save a life, or at least a lot of blood. Because moms really, really do know best. So next time you hear what she has to say, lend an ear.
Woo! Oh my God. Good. What was that?
That's how I felt at the end of the
I know, but the